What is going on, all you NFT enthusiasts out there? This is Jay Hooligan of Nifty Noobs. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please don't take anything that I say, and honestly, just don't take anything of what anybody says on YouTube as financial advice. It's just poor policy to try to do that. Yes, Mr. Stranger, you seem like you're an intelligent person on YouTube. I will take all your financial advice. Um, yeah, even though you know nothing about my unique situation. So, anyways, yeah, today, or I guess today, I wanted to talk about a project that I've been tracking for a while called Azuki Zen. And it's really interesting the type of stuff that they're doing. Um, really like the design of this. They're doing 2D anime style NFTs that they've got out there, and I know that they're planning to do, I think, 3D, doing mini games and stuff like that. But it's interesting because yes, if you're an NFT enthusiast, they establish early on that they are not an NFT project. They are indeed a brand, which I really liked how they did that. You know, they they established that early on, and that way everybody knew it's like, yo, you're not going to treat it the same way as other NFT projects because it's not another NFT project. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about them and why it's so important in the NFT space is because a lot of the big moves that they're doing. Now, if you don't know, tomorrow, or I guess whenever I post this, so today, which is now technically the 14th, they will be doing their public sale. Now, they started on though I guess I should establish this. They're doing a three-phase rollout for the mint. They did a Dutch auction in their phase one. In their phase two, that was 2 days ago. Their phase two, which ended the 13th, right? They had what they call their mint list, which is essentially their version of a whitelist. I get trying to separate that. But tomorrow is going to be or today is going to be phase three of the sale. Now, the way that they did it was really super interesting. Um, in phase one in the Dutch auction, yeah, see, mint list January 13th. The Dutch auction, they started at 1 ETH and they were going to drop down a certain amount of ETH every so often until it got down to, I think it was 0.15 ETH, I think is what they try to cap it at. And then wherever the last and lowest priced NFT that you bought would actually dictate the price for phase two and phase three. So really interesting way. The community really got to establish the value and how much it actually costs for an Azuki Zen avatar, right? Your initial buy into this. So if you haven't checked it out yet, and if you don't know, I was going to find it on here. As soon as they went live on the Dutch auction, which a lot of people would assume, oh, they would just, you know, wait for the price to go down so it's cheaper. Well, you can't see it on here, but their mint went live 2 days ago, and it was literally within 3 minutes they sold out, and they didn't roll out their entire collection. I think they capped at 8,800. So their initial phase one was 8,800, and anyone that didn't get minted were going to go to their mint list next, which is a phase two, and then anything that wasn't minted or anything that was left over from phase two would be sold in a public sale on phase three, which is rolling out today. And the interesting way that they did it was, again, the Dutch auction. The Dutch auction dictated how much the rest of the price would be. So the whatever the lowest price and the last mint that they did would dictate the mint list, which is the people on the mint list would have gotten they'll be able to mint at half that price. So whatever that was, that's the mint list. So that was the incentive to be active in the community, just like a lot of the other projects. But in the public sale, the last cost in phase one would be the cost of all the rest of the NFTs. So, for example, and it's funny because it's not really an example, if you would have minted at 1 ETH as soon as it dropped and it all went out, then the mint list people would have been able to mint at 0.5 ETH. Now, once it went public, everything that wasn't sold between phase 1 and phase 2 would have been sold for 1 ETH to mint that at 1 ETH. So that really interesting way that they put it out there. They let the community drive it. Again, they knew exactly what they're doing. But even though there's all this stuff, I can talk about the mint price, and if you check them out on OpenSea, you can already see that they already have a nice floor price going on at 2.88 at 12:10 in the morning on Pacific Standard Time. And they've already minted out practically their entire 10,000 collection. So there's not much that's going to go on public sale, if at all. And I haven't checked to see if they actually did mint out everything. There's nothing left for private sale or public sale. So yeah, but they have a good amount of owners that are holding, a lot of volume traded, and their activity you can see here, steady pace up, and it's 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, it's still really, really active. So there's a lot of people that are bullish on Azuki already. Now, the biggest part of why I wanted to talk about Azuki outside of that is just their whole rollout. And just to be clear, I am not on the mint list. Yeah, I did not drop 1 ETH. Again, I did not get that 3-minute window to do the Dutch auction from that. Yeah, so I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I know you saw that on my my little profile here. I just liked their art, and I liked what they stood for, and I still like what they stand for. But yeah, they were really active with this. But the biggest thing about it, and it's probably one of my favorite things about it, is their commitment to making the minting process for all their holders as smooth as possible. And the way they did it was they made their own algorithm. So one of the things about us nifty noobs, it's like we're too old for this. We're too old to try to learn a whole new programming language. I'm trying to get into NFTs. Love the art, love the community, love how they're trying to decentralize it. With just how they're operating everything, and absolutely for it. But my God, we're way too old to be learning all this, all the behind the scenes stuff. There are people way smarter than us to program these things, and we're just going to give our perspective on it from I'd hate to say a non-technical point, because we're going to get into a bunch of technical stuff today, but as non-technical as possible. So if you don't know anything about the blockchain, if you don't know anything about smart contracts and crap like that, which, to be honest, it's still things that we're learning. Hopefully this will give you a little bit of understanding of what they're doing. So, introducing ERC 721 Alpha. It's an improved version of ERC 721. And Azuki made their own implementation based off of this. This is a thread that they put out, I believe, January 6th. And this is what got me really excited about it, because although I don't understand a lot of the algorithm talk and things like that, there's some really interesting graphics down below of what they did, explaining exactly what they did and how it benefits all us people who maybe, I don't know, nifty noobs out there new to the NFT space. So Azuki has developed a new algorithm which, for the first time ever in the NFT space, which is true, enables minting multiple NFTs for essentially the same cost of minting a single NFT. What? If you've done any trading in NFTs or any minting in there, you know gas prices are nuts. I just remember, or I just recalled it was like a couple days ago where somebody, I don't know if they're trying to, I forget if they're trying to purchase or sell one of their Bored Ape Yacht Club avatars, and the gas price was like $14,000. It was completely friggin' ridiculous. Absolutely. So, you telling me that you can mint for multiple NFTs for the cost of one? Caught my attention. Great. Save me some damn money. All right. So, ERC 721 Alpha. Gas prices on Ethereum have been high for months. Well, duh. prompting dev teams to adapt. When minting multiple tokens, the gas cost required is proportional to the quantity of tokens being minted. ERC 721 Alpha has 3 key optimizations that greatly reduce the additional gas required. All from I got that is greatly reduce the additional gas required. All right. Now the 3 different optimizations that they did, and it's what makes ERC 721 Alpha extremely powerful, is optimization 1, removing duplicate storage from Open Zeppelins. ERC is 721 enumerable. Optimization 2, updating the owner's balance once per batch mint request instead of per minted NFT. And optimization 3, updating the owner data once per batch mint request instead of per minted NFT. So it sounds like, again, it's a way to streamline and bolt together your how many you mint at one time. It's not, per mint, which again is just reiterating, greatly reduce the cost. There you go. But first, look at the savings. So this is the part that got me. And this, you give me numbers like this, I can see it, it's tangible. Much, much easier for old dudes like myself, where it's like, I don't need all the damn details. I don't need to know all of your job. Just tell me what the end result is. Bam. End result. So, on the regular ERC 721 enumerable, it has, if you're minting 1, gas used, 154, 814, I'm assuming that's Gwei, right? Using ERC 721 Alpha, already liking that numbers, and how much you're saving, you're saving on gas. And even more so, instead of using these, and it does mention here, it's impossible to predict the gas price and ETH price at time of mint. But if we assume 300, blah, 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 again, too many numbers, too much math, not interested. But again, something tangible I can see. USD mint cost enumerable versus USD mint cost ERC 721 Alpha. So for minting one NFT, $162.55 versus $80. Half on there. All right, let's go to 283, and you guys can read this. I know you can read this. Almost the same exact price. Boom, almost the same exact price. It's $5 difference versus a $300 difference between 1 and 3. Mint 4, $526. That's a $7 difference. 5, still $9 difference. That to me says, holy crap, they know what they're doing, and this is something that devs need to get onto to help reduce the gas prices that every single person, new, old in the space, just unless you're using smart contracts or layer 2, like, that you need stuff like this. And this was absolutely brilliant of them. So again, I'm too old to start diving into all the tech details of what it actually means with the algorithms and what it actually means on the blockchain and how all this stuff works. Just tell me the end result. This is the end result here, guys. You get to save a shit ton of money based off of using ERC 721 Alpha. And that is Azuki's biggest selling point to me, not just on the NFT side, but just the innovation that they're moving on here and moving forward with for the community, and not just themselves, but for, to me, all of the NFT space. Okay, how does it work? Blah 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 blah. Again, too much on the technical side. I'm not going to go through it. You can find this stuff on their Twitter page. It's a whole post on here. By the way, if you're not using Thread Reader app, it's saved me a lot of having to find and read through little itty bitty text, because Twitter's weird that they've never updated between the 140 characters, right? And on any of the tweets, all you got to do is type unroll and then at Thread Reader app, and it'll send you a link for this, and it'll break it all down. Absolutely love it. Just makes it a little article, and I get to save these articles for later. I actually pop these up on my phone and just open it up in my browser and read it all later. Absolutely love it. So, again, Azuki, thank you guys. You guys are freaking brilliant. I love the fact that you guys are creating this headway into the NFT space. And even for guys like me, it's like, again, a lot of this is like, oh, my brain's gonna explode. It's math. It's way too much algorithmic stuff. It's programming language, and I come from an IT background, and I hate programming. And it's nothing against programmers. If you love it, fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you so much. And same thing with the Azuki guys. I appreciate you, and my wallet appreciates you. And I hope everybody gets on this. And again, whether you're a part of it or not, fantastic. They have a great community on their Discord, which all that stuff's on there too. But established themselves as a brand, created a brand new create a brand new algorithm to help the community out. And I really, really do hope that other projects can just tap into it, and start utilizing something like this. And I know everyone's thinking about, oh, Ethereum 2.0, it's going to come, it's going to change everything, blah, 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 blah. We're not there yet. So this is in the now. And there's a lot of great projects that are coming out. So look into it. If you're not a part of Azuki and following that, you just go to their Twitter. They got a ton of stuff that they've rolled out over time, not just sneak peeks, but things of what they're doing and the mindset of their creators and how they're moving forward with it. I like the idea. They're like the skateboarders of the NFT space, in the anime style. I think I mentioned it before, where their style, especially the style for their NFTs, it reminds me of it's like Gorillas meets Samurai Champloo, and I still stand by that because it's just badass. And then you add in the skating factor too. But absolutely great project. Check them out, guys. Azuki Zen. A lot of people that are doing the art and just starting out some new stuff in there. Really great stuff. All right, thanks for joining me. This is Jay Hooligan. You guys have a great day.